Here we go. The WAFL continues into week number 12. The Tokyo Tigers at 3-7 hosting the 5-5 Bulls. And this game got off to a slow start. No points scored in the first and in the second. Tua back to pass. He's swallowed up by Milton Williams. Tigers defense stepping up. Bulls will settle for that kick, except it's wide right. Now the Tigers have a chance to score. They're in the red zone. Hendon Hooker on the move, throws a wobbly duck to Tyler Higbee, but he catches it for the score. 7-0 Tigers. Here are the Bulls. Draw to Cordell Patterson, gets some good yardage. 4th and 5, they're going. Tua over the middle. Oh, but the ball goes nowhere. Later in the fourth, the Bulls still down 7. Not a lot of scoring. Sacked on first down, sacked on third down. 4th and 26. You guessed it. Sack. Milton Williams, our old friend, welcome back, seals the game. This Tiger defense holds the Bulls to 0 points. The Bulls drop down to 5-6. The Tigers get their 4th win. Now we head up to the NFC North. The Huskies just 1 game back of the Thunderbirds. In the first, Justin Herbert dealing to his tight end, Hayden Hurst. 7-0 Huskies. Later in the first, Herbert goes right back to his tight end, Hurst, second receiving touchdown. Huskies up 14-3 in the second. They're going handoff. Alvin Kamara, touchdown up the gut, 21-3. Now in the fourth quarter, just slamming the door shut on a Thunderbird comeback. Kamara, second touchdown. Thunderbirds with 1:30 to go. Tannehill throws and gets this ball to Mike Evans, barely through the secondary. 28-10, onside kick. Needs some help, but the Huskies recover easily. Just a dominating performance by the Huskies. Final score 28-10, and with the win, the Huskies and the Thunderbirds are tied in the North at 7-4. Now we head to Dublin. The Shamrocks and the Dragons square off. Dragons ball in the first. Kyler Murray's got room up the middle, so he's going to make some moves, make a couple Shamrocks miss, and get the first down. 3-0 Dragons. Now time ticking down in the first half. It's Stroud to Dotson. We've seen it all year long. They're going to kick a field goal and wind up 6-6 in the fourth. No touchdowns yet, but Devin Singletary trucking his way into the goal line. Then 3rd and goal, Stroud finds his receiver, DJ Moore, for the first score of the game. So 13-6. Murray's moving around in the pocket, but Myles Garrett slams him down to the ground. 4th and 18 now for the Dragons. 2 minutes to go. Murray's pass is caught down the sideline. Terrence Marshall escapes for the game-tying score. We're headed to overtime, 13-13. Shamrocks 3rd and 4. Stroud under pressure. Mario Edwards and a whole bunch of Dragons get back there. So now 2 minutes to go. Dragons turn in overtime. Murray slips away from the defense, calling out some blocks, and gets all the way past the 50-yard line. 1 minute to go, 3rd and 7. Murray throwing, receiving, wide open down the field. So 1st and 10 in field goal range. The kick is up. The kick is good. The Dragons come into Dublin and steal the win, 16-13. Now we go to Brooklyn. The Snowhawks 6-4. The Orbit 6-3-1. Orbit's ball hurts with some time. He has a wide open Odell Beckham Jr. Gets down to the 11, and then at the 1, Hurts to Hendershot. His tight end Peyton Hendershot with the score, 10-6. Orbits get the ball back, but then Miles Sanders coughs it up, and the Snowhawks have field position inside the red zone to start their drive. Trevor Lawrence takes advantage. Gerald Everett with the receiving touchdown. 13-10 Snowhawks. Now Hurts, he's on the move, and he slides down 1 yard short of the first down, getting this drive going. Now in the fourth, down 3, Hurts finds his receiver, takes a hit, and holds on. Jordan Addison gets the Orbits their lead, now 17-13. But on the ensuing kickoff, Charlie Jones is going to field this kick, and he's going to take off down the field. No one's going to touch him. He's soaring from end zone to end zone, and the Snowhawks go back up 20-17. But here the Snowhawks kick. Oh, what can the Orbits do? It's another fumble, and the Snowhawks are going to take over. But wait, 4th and 3, they're going for it. And the Orbits defense stuffs them, so 3 points is all they need to tie this thing. And Jalen Hurts finds Addison down the sideline. 1 minute to go, 3rd and 8. Hurts Oh, he's dealing. Every receiver's wide open, but another fumble. Addison heads he played to keep this game alive. Let the kicker do his job. We're going to overtime. 3 fumbles, though. 20-20. Here's Trevor Lawrence. Hello, overtime. Goodbye, overtime. And just like that, one throw kills the Orbits after they fought back to tie this thing up. This game's over. 26-20. Overtime thriller. Snowhawks best the Orbits. Now we go to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Golden Eagles and Wizards trying to stay in the hunt. And the Golden Eagles hand off to Ty Montgomery, diving through for the end zone. 7-0. And then on defense, the Golden Eagles giving Brock Purdy trouble. DeMarcus Lawrence gets the safety. So 9-0 Wizards ball. Brock Purdy throwing it deep downfield to Tyreek Hill. Almost caught from behind. Weird to see, but Hill gets all the way to the end zone. 9-7. Wizards driving again in the third. Brock Purdy to George Kittle. Good for a score. 14-9. Golden Eagles down, but they're going to the ground game. Ramondre Stevenson caught up for a second, but then explodes down the field for the long rushing touchdown. The Golden Eagles take back the lead. They add to it. The Wizards are down 7 with a minute to go, and Brock Purdy throwing deep downfield. George Kittle is open for the game-tying score. They're going to take this thing into overtime, 21-21. Then 3rd and 2, the Golden Eagles need a first down, and Ramondre can only get 1.5, so the Wizards are going to take over. Here's Purdy, rolling left, evading defenders, throwing deep downfield, and he's got a man in the back of the end zone. The Wizards are going to win this one. DeAndre Carter wide open back there, catches the ball from Brock Purdy. Final score, 27-21, another overtime thriller in the WAFL. Next, in St. Louis, the Riverhogs taking on the Aviators, and down 3-0. The Riverhogs are in the red zone. Sean Watson pass complete to Clyde Edwards-Helaire for the score. 10-6. End of the second. Aviator ball. Jordan Love connects with Donovan Peoples-Jones. Scampers all the way down to the 3-yard line, and then Jamal Williams runs it in the rest of the way. 13-10. Now in the third, it's Williams again with the rushing touchdown. 23-10 into the fourth. This thing is starting to get ugly. And then Deshaun Watson pulls it down for the Riverhogs. We got a game, 23-17. Riverhogs with the ball back under a minute. Watson throws. Joshua Palmer catches it. Doesn't go out of bounds, but turns it upfield in the red zone now. The Riverhogs, 10 seconds to go. Watson, he's on the move. Throws, and it's caught by Cortland Sutton in the end zone. Riverhogs just need an extra point now to take the lead with just a few seconds left. They got it, 24-23. Jordan Love, what can he do on the last play of the game? Off the back foot, intercepted, and the Riverhogs are going to add to their lead. Taki for the score, 30-23. Riverhogs come back from 13 down to win it at the last second. Now to Oklahoma City, it's the Bisons versus the Desperados. Bison ball, 3rd and 9, end of the second. Jameis Winston pass complete to Darius Slayton, setting up the kick before the half, so 6-0 after a couple of kicks in the first half. And then third quarter, 2 minutes left, still not much scoring. Dalvin Cook whittles his way downfield on the 5-yard gain. More kicks incoming, 9-0. So Bison's kick. What can the Desperados do? They get flagged for holding. Push them back. Desperados 2nd and 24. Trey Lance swallowed up. Trey Hendrickson with the sack. 3rd and 31. It just keeps getting bigger. But Trey Lance delivers on 3rd and 31. Corey Davis with the catch and run. 3rd and 12 now near the red zone. The Desperados back to their old woes, getting sacked. But they'll end up with some points out of it. 9-3. The Bison still up. 2 minutes to go in the fourth. And they're moving the chains. Desperados with a minute to go. It's 4th and inches. Trey Lance completes the pass to his tight end, Trey McBride. Now it's 1st and goal from the 3. 4 downs to get the lead. And they're sacked on 1st down. 2nd down. 40 seconds to go. Trey Lance under pressure again. Dexter Lawrence gets the sack. 3rd and goal from the 26. Lance has an opening, but he ends up throwing it away. So 10 seconds to go. 4th and goal. The Desperados, can they pull off the last second comeback? Pass short of the goal line. Pass dropped, knocked away. 9-3. The Bisons, in a slow defensive struggle, come away with the win. Now let's go to a couple of 4-6 Texas teams, the Armadillos and the Dreadnoughts. Geno Smith for the Dreadnoughts, 0-0. Make that 7-0. Pass complete to Kyle Pitts in the end zone. Now 7-3 in the second. It's Geno back to Pitts. The Smith-Pitts connection is working. 14-3 now in the third. Goff for the Armadillos, throwing it down the sideline is Deontay Johnson for the huge gain on 3rd and 18. But here we are, 4th and 17, and the kick is off. So no points for the Armadillos. Geno Smith, I'll take your no points and give it right to Kyle Pitts. 3rd touchdown for Pitts. 21-3, Dreadnoughts up big, but the Armadillos strike right back with the tight end of their own, Tyler Conklin. 24-10, Armadillos, they can make a comeback. Intercepted. Stop stall progress. Armadillos come up short. 24-10 is the final score. Geno, 3 touchdowns. Goff, 300 yards. Next, we have the Steamers docking their ships in London. The Black Knights wearing all red, so Red Knights. 1st and goal for the Steamers. Burrow looking, scanning, throwing, touchdown pass to Jonathan Mingo. So 2nd and 9, Steamers on the other end. Greg Dulcich gets the 2nd touchdown of the game. Steamers come out to a quick 17-0. Add to it, Dulcich can't be stopped. 24-zip. The Black Knights are looking like the Dragons when they play them. And then Burrow sheds the tackle. He's slippery in the pocket. Drake London with the catch. We're at 31-0 in the 4th. Can the Black/Red Knights do anything about it? We'll pass complete from Dak Prescott. Then read option. Dak fakes it to Mixon and then walks into the end zone untouched. So no shutout here in London, but the Black Knights absolutely steamrolled by the Virginia Beach Steamers. And speaking of alternate uniforms, the Oilers donning the red jersey for the first time against the Nighthawks. Toss to McCaffrey, juke move out of their shoes and into the end zone. So Nighthawks are up 13-0 in the first half. Oilers finally getting the ball moving at the end of the first half there with a field goal. 13-3 in the third. It's McCaffrey, 2nd rushing touchdown. So 20-3. The Oilers getting blown out. Only a minute to go in the third. Levis on the move, hits Zay Flowers, and he breaks free for the score. 46 yards. The Oilers are back in this thing. 20-13 now in the 4th. 4th and 1. Khalil Herbert gets the carry and the first down. Now 1st and goal from the 5. They go back to Herbert. Herbert gets over the goal line. The Oilers just tied this thing up. We're going to overtime. 20-20. Nighthawks ball first. McCaffrey with the draw doesn't get anywhere. So Oilers ball on 3rd and 9. They can put the game away, but they're stopped just 1 yard short. They punt. Nighthawks, chance number 2. No good. Oilers chance number 2 on 2nd and 6. Only 20 seconds to go. And the pass goes incomplete. But wait, roughing the passer. The Oilers are going to get new life. And with this comes the kick off the foot of Matt Prater, and he nails it. 23-20. The Oilers come back, score 20 straight, and win this game in overtime. Now let's go to the Elks and the Monarchs. Elks officially put on fraud watch after getting blown out last week. Now here's Lamar Jackson in the red zone to Dalton Kincaid for the score. Monarchs go up to a quick 10-0, but Anthony Richardson lofts one up to Okonkwo, his tight end, to get in the red zone. And if some Okonkwo is good, more Okonkwo is better for the score. 13-7 in the third now. Monarchs with the ball. Lamar Jackson making it happen with his feet. Squirms out of the pocket, in for the score. 21-7. Monarchs pulling away. Elks in the red zone. Richardson, pass complete. Jalen Waddle across the middle. So here we go, 7-point game. And it's 40 seconds to go. Pass complete deep downfield. The Elks are marching. 1 timeout and 20 seconds to go, but the line breaks down and Anthony Richardson is sacked. So 4th and 11, the game on the line. They're going deep, but the pass is swatted away by the Monarch defense. The Elks will fall to 7-4. The Monarchs 5-7. Now to Portland, the 2-8 Pioneers and the 8-2 Blues. Blues ball, 2nd and goal. Aaron Jones gets the carry, and he gets over the goal line. Touchdown Blues, 10-0 in the first. Blues driving again. Russell Wilson this time, he carries it, and he's untouched in the end zone. 17-0 Blues in the second. Continuing to have their way. Russell Wilson to Jacoby Myers, hopping a skip over the goal line, breaking the tackle. Nice catch and run by Myers. Now 25-0, or 24 rather. The defense causes the fumble. Josh Rosen stood no chance. DeForest Buckner run it back. Defensive touchdown. Nice to see it. 31-0. Rosen, he's airing it out. He's not phased. Devontae Parker's going to get under it and burn the Blues secondary for their only touchdown of the game. Pioneers 7, Blues 37 after a couple of extra field goals towards the end. An absolute drubbing of the Pioneers. Now we head to Paris, the Voyagers versus the Caps. Caps ball, first drive of the game. Mahomes is lofting one deep, and Alec Pierce is going to take one down and run it the rest of the way. Corners falling down, and so Caps up to a quick 7-0. End of the first now. Mahomes slinging it left. Chris Olave runs it in the rest of the way. So Caps, good first quarter, 14-0. Voyagers, what can they do? Turn the ball over. Sam Darnold finds Nate Hobbs instead of a Voyager receiver. So the Caps, can they take advantage? Later in the second, Mahomes to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's got room to run, and he burns the D for another touchdown. So Caps absolutely in control, 24-0. End of the second, Mahomes, he's red hot. Pass complete to Chris Godwin, spreading the wealth to all sorts of receivers. Now they're going to hand it off to Brian Robinson Jr. Run out this game, 38-3. What happened? The Voyagers absolutely outclassed by the Caps. Next, we have the Condors flying to Oakland to play the Redwoods. And Condors up 3-0 in the first. And adding to it, Justin Fields hits a wide open McCole Hardman. So 10-0. Redwoods, they're going to go kick a field goal on 4th and 2, but it's going to go wildly to the right. And so they come away with nothing. Later, down 13, Derrick Henry, he's getting heated up. Huge run down into the red zone. Redwoods now. Next play, Baker Mayfield play action. Put some zip on that ball, and Devontae Adams scores the touchdown. So Redwoods, they're back in this one. It's 16-7 in the fourth now. Baker, he's baking up something good. He's going to take it himself and go all the way up the sideline. Goes down on his own at the 6. So 1st and goal, Redwoods. And classic Baker getting into a fight right after that run. Derrick Henry, great blocking, goes in untouched. So Redwoods now make it a close one, down 2. They need to stop on 3rd and 3, and they actually get one. So Redwoods have an extra life. Under a minute to go. Baker throwing across the middle, gaining a few yards, getting the drive started, but the clock is ticking down. Under 5 seconds. Baker, crazy wild throw. Doesn't go anywhere. 3rd and 5, 2, 1. Hit as he throws, lofts it up. He actually had a receiver beat the defense, but the hit on the throw causes a slight underthrow. Juwan Jennings, it looked like on that one, had a chance. So 16-14, Condors get a scare, but they hold on to win a good one. All right, now it's our prime time matchup, Sunday Night Football, the Antlers versus the Sentinels. Antlers ball, and Josh Allen feeling the pressure. He fumbles it, and the Sentinels dive on this one. So early turnovers for the Antlers. Josh Allen can't believe it. Here's Dobbs, the other Josh. Oh, he's got a wide open receiver, Michael Pittman, in the end zone. Sentinels go up early, 7-3. Antlers, though, at the end of the half, have some life. Allen with a little spinning pirouette and throw to Josh Jacobs. 10-7 Antlers. Now Sentinels hand off to Tony Pollard. He breaks 2 tackles, and then he goes off to the races for the score. Sentinels go back up, 14-10. Now 17-13 after a couple of field goals. In the fourth, it's Dobbs on a screen. He can't find it. He throws it against the lineman instead, so they'll settle for the field goal, 20-13. Now because of the field goal, the Antlers are still in this one, only down 7, but under 2 minutes to go. Josh Allen throws it out to his receiver, Puka Nacua, who breaks a tackle, gets the first down, and now 4th and 10, under a minute. Allen back to throw, steps up in the pocket, and launches one deep downfield, and the receiver comes back for it and makes the tough grab. 30 seconds to go, 1st and 10. Allen throwing back of the end zone, wide open. Tyler Lockett back-to-back clutch catches for Lockett. It's 20-20. Are we headed towards overtime? Not if A.J. Brown has something to say about it. He burns the Antler corner, eventually brought down at the 11. And so with 5 seconds left in the game, Evan McPherson trots out and nails the game winner, 23-20. No 4th overtime game this week. The Sentinels win one at the very last second. Now we've reached our final game of the week. It's Monday Night Football between the Mounties and the Lumberjacks. We start with Mounties ball in the first. Aaron Rodgers throwing. Devin Duvernay catches it inside the 10-yard line. Mounties driving now, 3rd and goal from the 4. Rodgers back of the end zone. Toe tap down. Great control. Gabe Davis with the touchdown. So Mounties up quick, 7-0. Now top of the second. Mac Jones is throwing for the Lumberjacks. And initially ruled out of bounds. The refs are going to take another look at this. Darnell Mooney, 1 foot, 2 foot. Down, hard to see. But they're going to overturn this one. And Lumberjack Mac will have tied this game up. Now later in the second, 10-7. It's Mac again to a speedy Noah Fant. Zips right through the Mountie defense. So Lumberjacks go up now in the third, 20-10. Rodgers trying to make something happen. But he's going to go out with an injury after the sack, so things getting worse for the Mounties. Lumberjack Mac now in the fourth, in full control. Great line. When you give Mac time, he finds Darnell Mooney for another score, so Lumberjacks up 27-10. Malik Willis in relief for Aaron Rodgers, getting something going, zips it down to Duvernay to the 1-yard line, then from the 1, handoff up the gut, plowing ahead, fullback. We have Jake Ferguson in at fullback. So 17-27, down 10. The Mounties not out of it. Malik Willis, he can scramble, so using his feet, gaining 9 yards, but he goes out with an injury. So down to the 3rd string, the Mounties facing the injury bug. John Wolford, what can the Wolfman do? Under pressure, they're going to settle for a field goal. So with under a minute, they're down 7. They need an onside kick. And the slow worm burner doesn't do it. The Lumberjacks pick this one up. But wait, Lumberjacks go quick 3 and out and then kick a field goal and miss. So still down 7. Mounties are alive here. Wolford scrambling around, trying to make something happen. Caught from behind. Now they're facing a 4th and 13. Can the 3rd stringer come off the bench and win this one with a Hail Mary? It goes up in a crowd and it falls just barely incomplete. Duvernay was there in the area. Mounties climb back as best they can, but end up losing this one 27-20. They fall to 8-4. The Lumberjacks now get their 3rd win. And to make matters worse for the Mounties, as you can see, Rodgers dislocated elbow out 4 weeks. The Mounties currently the number 2 seed in our playoff picture. Let's take a look. With week 12 now in the books, we have unlocked our official playoff picture for the remainder of the season. And so number 1 in the NFC, we see the Dublin Shamrocks getting the bye. And then our 2-7 matchup, Mounties, Black Knights, teams that both came off a rough week this week. The Elks and the Thunderbirds would be the 3-6 matchup, another pair of teams that came off tough losses. And Desperados Huskies would be the final wildcard game. Huskies better record, but Desperados winning the NFC South would get the home game. But what about the AFC? Well, the number 1 Blues would get the bye. And then our 2-7 matchup, Condors versus Caps. Then the current 3-6 matchup would look like a home game for the Bisons versus the number 6 Orlando Orbits. And then our potential 4-5 matchup is the AFC East leading Snowhawks versus the St. Louis Riverhogs. So there's the total playoff picture at the end of week 12. A weird week for the NFC. Everyone lost except the Huskies, I believe. And then here's a quick look at the week ahead, week number 13 in the WAFL. Go ahead and comment your predictions below for the week ahead. And also let me know your thoughts on your team's playoff chances now that the playoff picture is out in full force. All right, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next week for week 13.